Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? We are back for the final day. KOTU Episode 3. This is the BO5 final between neozz, the defending champion from the last Slapdown tournament, actually. He won with Stomp. Going up against Faneth. Faneth has a second place finish in the Slapdown and is, I would say, the favorite here. I got my co-caster, Zumpy. What's up, Zump?
Yo, how's it going?
Good, man. I think this is going to be a great day of games.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, Faneth the favorite, but these maps are wacky. Anything can happen. I think they're getting into the draft right now.
Sweet.
And I'm really hoping we see Valley Fort. I want that map to be played again.
Yeah, I think like most people, I'm pushing for as many games as possible.
Right. I don't think this will be a 3-0 either way. I think it'll at least be a 3-1. Game 5 would be amazing. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and the only map that Faneth has lost this tournament is Valley Fort. So if I'm neozz, I would actually pick it for that reason alone. He's been beaten on it once. He could be beaten on it again. But I think the draft is underway. Nope, they're still doing the coin toss and talking some smack. That always makes the game better when there's some smack talk.
Yeah, well, we have a Frenchman versus a Dutch, right?
Yep.
Dutchman.
One of them's got a baguette.
The other has a cigarette. I'm excited though. This should be a good set. I think obviously as we're getting more viewers, we might repeat ourselves a few times, but I personally think Faneth probably has the edge when it comes to execution and the more standard meta play. That said, I don't know that much about neozz. He played very well against KotU yesterday, and I don't think he pulled out much, if any, cheese strategies.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it.
Yeah, so he's obviously still a strong meta player, but I would give Faneth the edge personally if it were to be just crisp, meta games. But that said, right, he is known for having some more interesting approaches to the game, sort of like more red phosphor Huang style strats, which can easily flip games when your opponent is playing a standard meta game.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I heard that neozz knows the Phosphorus strats. He might need something like that today. Why not have one? You get extra civs. Even draft one if you just think you need to bust it out one of the games.
Yeah.
Depending on how the Arabia style maps are going. I'm sure we're going to see a few Arabia style maps. And there's only 7 maps and 5 will be played. So there's only 2 that we're not going to see today of the 7.
Yeah.
And another thing, Faneth is the standard meta player, but he's also very good at adapting on the fly in games. It just seems
absolutely.
Like if there's fish, if it's mega random, he just knows what to get, what to prioritize. I think it's one of his biggest strengths is how well he can improvise.
Faneth views the game in a pretty good way. He knows to boom to the sides, right, when he's getting pushed. This is something, I find it easy to tell people that if you're perhaps like coaching someone or backseating someone, even if they're a better player than you on paper, right, you're tunnel visioned in the game. Most people don't think, okay, I'm getting siege pushed in the middle, let me drop TCs on the sides, get stone for a castle in the back and secure some resources. Most people think they have to, match the siege push or, things like that. Faneth does a very good job, I think, of taking a step back and looking at what he needs to do to win this game. If he can't stop a snowbally push down the middle, he starts booming to the sides and then raiding, and then he claws his way back there.
Yeah, almost like he's relaxed in those positions, even though his base is dying. He's just like expanding on the right, Standing on the left, refuses to die.
Yep. Yeah, he almost invites the pressure, a little bit, kind of like how Hera does.
Right,
Yeah.
he has similarity. I've said that he's similarities to Hera in some of those ways, where he loves to get the TCs down, the big boom, and you just won't kill him. And eventually, like, you're almost on a timer if you don't kill him, because he's gonna win late, 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, phenomenal late game player. Has TCs everywhere, so even if you do lose 20 vills to a raid, you you just queue up 4 vills in each town center and you're back up to 130. That's something Faneth does really, really well.
Yeah, I agree. And the map draft is underway. I need to flip the... It's backwards. There we go. So the opener is Forest. Faneth with the immediate Valley Fort ban. Interesting enough, the bans were after their first picks. So if neozz wanted Valley Fort, he could have snagged it before African Waters. Clearly not.
And now, sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say they can still random this civ though, correct? Or the map.
They can, and it looks like it's a random ban from neozz.
That is funny.
Yeah, so I guess he didn't care. It's Atacama that's banned. So we're gonna actually see Mott and Bailey, it looks like, as the final selection. Is all that's left. So Mott and Bailey and Forest are the two non-Arabia. Even African Waters, that is a wacky map. And Faneth
I'm glad that we're gonna see Arabia. Obviously, I'm kind of a Arabia junkie, but I do love the map, and I especially love the map in tournament games. I know watching ranked can get a little stale, but I think in tournament you see like a very crisp version of Arabia, which I enjoy to see.
Yeah, and there's been mixed reviews on the horse start from people. Some people,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, some people
I like it.
think it's cool because it's a new thing that no one's used to. Some people hate it. Because they think it inspires like laming right away, go forward with your horse, which in a way I guess it sort of does, but that could also mean you don't find your own stuff. Laposh says when Zumpy is casting, it's gonna be a good set.
Oh, that's the nicest thing Laposh has ever said to me, I think.
Yeah, and you're definitely one of those top casters, I would say. Like, I have like a top 3. I would put you up there. I was even talking about Hunting X recently, and I was watching some old videos. The dude has some hype behind him, man. Like, I was like making this video earlier. I don't have it ready, but like, man, he just, you, him, and Sieg, obviously.
Ray. It's a great caster.
Ray. I guess if I had a top 5, I'd throw you guys. I'd throw Lily in there. And who else? Is that 4? I don't know. What were you gonna say?
I think you need someone that's good enough to know what is going on, and at least this isn't a team game set, but you know, you want someone that knows what's going on, and then you also want someone that can kind of keep their bias out of it. I really try to be as unbiased as possible when I'm casting things like that, despite maybe what. Like if I was casting like Delay or something, right? Someone that I usually get in arguments with, I would try to be as fair as possible. And I've actually even heard Delay say, he messaged me after a set that I casted for a slapdown tournament, and he said, dude, you were so like unbiased. I appreciate that.
I remember hearing about that because like he's not one of your favorite players. You guys have had clashes here and there, let's say, but you were very fair. And you praised him like when he did well. Like I think
he was playing out of his mind that tournament.
Yeah, I think that's what surprised him. He's like, wait, Zumpy is complimenting me right now. Where is this coming from? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
And that's part of being.
Gotta give credit where it's due.
Right, I agree.
So we've got some bans rolling here.
I think I have Oh yeah, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say I think I have a knack for like being biased towards who's ever losing, or the underdog, and trying to like hope that something happens where they come back.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think T90's like that as well.
Right.
Probably the highest regarded caster amongst the community.
Yeah, agreed. He is the GOAT of the AoE casting.
Okay, Georgian's banned. I was just about to say that. So those bans were random, right? The
Yes.
bottom set.
Now the Hindustani ban was random by neozz, so he's done 2 random bans so far. Yeah, Lapash, I am definitely biased for a longer set. If I don't care who's playing, if there's another game, I want the person to win that sends it to the next game.
Yeah.
Full caster bias on that. Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. To be honest, I think these are all really good maps. Faneth has obviously picked the more aggressive open style maps. neozz.
Yeah, is it broken for him? What's going on? 2 random picks.
Maybe he's just full troll. Maybe he kind of knows he's a bit of the underdog here and is kind of having fun with it. Maybe not taking it super seriously. Maybe that'll aid him in the set.
We're gonna find out right now. Faneth is in chat saying, "You here? What are you doing?" 2 random bans. If this is a random pick, something's wrong. And I would say, Faneth, don't even pick your civ. They may need to like redo this.
Yeah, I've never seen like. I've never had somebody time out. I've obviously had people time out in games, but I've never seen somebody time out of like a browser. No, he's picking.
He's here. Okay, so
I think he's just a little loose. I think he's having fun with it.
now there's also this style, and my team loved doing it in the past for different tournaments. You ban garbage, so you leave good civs.
Yep.
Like, you don't have to ban good civs. Even if you're second pick, you can leave good civs and they get 1, but then you get 2. So that's also a strategy. Thanks for the follow, Quasm.
Faneth going for Magyars and Khmer here, both obviously exceptional civs on his home maps. So he's going for the approach of picking good civs for your home maps. That kind of goes along with the conversation we were having about banning certain civs.
Right.
I know that some people think you should draft for your own home maps to secure the wins on those maps. Other people think, well, if that's my home map, right, if I'm playing Arabia, I know I'm better than this guy at Arabia. I might be able to beat him with a B tier civ and not need to, and I can draft a more, I don't know, hybrid civ or something, for example, for a map I'm not as comfortable on, right? Get a better pick there.
Yeah, and if it's a map you're not comfortable on, I almost think you should pick for it last. And if you happen to win that map, great. If you don't, whatever. You didn't expect to, so don't even like waste a big pick on the map that you're already not that good at.
Yep. Yeah, there's definitely 2 different approaches there, and I think you have to gauge your abilities as a player.
Right. Hestia says, no one picking Chinese on Land Madness. Oh, Chinese random band. I like the random bands too. Like, it just adds more depth, and it's some really good random bands. Persians, Chinese,
Mongols.
Ethiopians, Berbers, Mongols. Dude, this is the
Vietnamese.
best random bands I have ever seen. There will never be this many good random bands like that. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too, which I was kind of thinking about in regards to what I was just saying about banning and picking good civs, there are so many good civs in the game now for, certain strategies, like hybrid maps. I mean, think about or even water maps, right? Now we've got Armenians. Aren't they like one of the best water civs?
Yeah, Armenians.
Yeah, and I remember like a few months ago playing a water map, and I was like, geez, there's so many good civs to pick. Like, which ones do I pick? Italians, Vikings. There's just there's a ton of options. So I think that's good for the game.
Right, I think the game is in one of the best spots it's been right now, minus a few bugs like the fishing ship bug. Like every update, we always get some bugs, but I really like this recent patch by far more than like any update in a long time. The changes they did, the market change, buffing siege units, whether it's scorpions, rams, and like even some of the balance things they did to other civs, unique units. It's awesome. Now, Goths has to be for, well, it could be for forest or it could be for African waters. There's tons of boars on both of those maps. I think it's for forests though.
Yeah, neozz. I like his draft. I would probably, if I was drafting, mine would probably look a bit more like Faneth's. That said, neozz has some really good weapons to work with. A few like counter picks, right? Like garages, in my head, are a counter pick to a more traditional cav sit that's going to be played.
Yeah, and they could be used on maybe Land Madness. I know Faneth's going Magyars there most likely because they get great CA, they have amazing scouts, the map is crazy aggressive. Bohemians, I would say that's Mott and Bailey for Faneth.
Yeah, absolutely. Bohemians, maybe we see Portugal. Gosh, he's got so many civs that could work well there.
Yeah, by the way, is that how you say it? Garajas?
Garages.
I've always said Gurjaras, but
Gajaras, garages. We're
Garages.
both probably saying it wrong because we're from the United States.
right. Don't ask Americans how to pronounce something.
Yeah.
Gurjajas says singularity.
Yeah. I know when they first came out, I changed my account name to Gurajas, and I just cheesed people with the elephant rams because they were super broken when they first came out.
And they're back to being buffed. The elephant rams are buffed again. The elephants are buffed. Khmer, I think, got a big buff. And we haven't seen polls. I don't know where they'll be better, but the fact that, what is it, half the food for the whole scout line and bloodlines? Or is it half the cost?
Yeah, it's something crazy like that.
It's either 50% off food or 50% off everything. I don't remember.
I think it's 50% off food, but you don't really... I don't know. I think polls are in a good spot. I think that makes them even better. The weakness of polls have always been that they can get a lot of units out, but the units themselves just aren't super strong, right?
Yeah, and he's also saying they don't fit any of these maps. So even though they got a buff, yeah, where do you use polls here?
Yeah, maybe Mott and Bailey, but I don't even know what you would do there, right?
Yeah,
It's not really a traditional closed map.
I think UUs are better there, which neozz has plenty of. I think he'll probably go Spanish. So it could be conks against Bohemians. And it likely will be, but we'll see if we even have that map played today. I hope we have it at some point.
Me too. I hope we see all the maps here. Okay, so Forests is that map where it looks like you could kind of get a wall off FC, but we saw that great goth strat from neozz. So I assume that's what we're gonna see again, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of mindset.
Yeah, it seems like such a great map to go with the men-at-arm opening. You get middle control, lots of boars. Faneth might try to come forward and screw with his vills. He'll have free loam. Now, elephants are still no joke even when you have loam. And what will he use there is the question.
And elephants have also gotten a buff, right? They're not as weak to monks anymore. Still weak to them, but not as weak.
Right. I don't know what Faneth goes on that map. Lithuanians, maybe? No, but you're facing goths. Byzantines? Armenians, actually. That's like a weird situation where their unique unit could even be pretty good. Because I don't think the Huskarl Pierce does anything against the Armenian... What is it called? Bowman? I would like to see that.
Composite bowman.
Yeah, just go full counter pick. I don't know the stats on if Armenians are quote unquote counterpicked to Goths, but it seems like they should be.
Yeah, there's so many good water civs. I'm sitting here looking at them. I don't think you can even give like a clear, not that there's any water maps, but just there's like I don't think you can give a clear top 4.
Right. And African waters, I don't want to spoil anything, but I've seen Faneth play it and he did really well and he didn't dock at all. Maybe he will this time. Maybe he'll do even better if he does dock it. I guess we'll see. I'm excited. These maps have been pretty fun to watch. Yeah, there's a lot of like aggressive Arabia, but there's also some weird stuff going on and not quite full meta strategies. I think scouts are a little bit nerfed without the horse. Which is good because so many people are going scouts nowadays on like Arabia and stuff like that. Obviously not every time, but that's my go-to. Is even if I want to go archers, it just seems better to open scouts, get the economy rolling, and then switch. Even if you're like Britons, you can open scouts. It's fine.
I actually really like Britain Scout Rush because then you force them into a lot of spears and it plays right into your archer switch.
Hestia thinks,
And yeah, that extra food.
thinks Poles is bottom tier on most open maps. That's why I'm a fan of these updates buffing things that aren't used. Not even just civs. Like if a civ's at the bottom, buff it. If a unit's not used, buff it. Battering rams are never used. They needed a little buff. They're not OP now or broken. They are a lot better. Scorpions, I think CA have been really good, so giving them ballistics I think is great. Not just against CA, against crossbows even, honestly. If some crossbows get caught out now, those Scorpions are going to get way more shots than in the past.
Yeah, I was trying to use Scorpions a lot last night. I was playing some games with some lower elo friends on my alternate account, and I was kind of making it a point to use Scorpions in as many games as I could just to see the difference. And it's really not that crazy. It's not as crazy as everybody thinks. So I think it's a good change. Small buff, but not and it also kind of I think it's easier to teach people the game as well when they read these texts like ballistics, right?
Yeah.
Projectiles. And then they use a unit like a Scorpion and they're like, well, why isn't the projectile doing what the text said it should? You know, the game is very like nuanced in that way.
Right, and I guess it's also what's cool. It's not breaking the game, like you said, with the Scorps. It's just making them a little bit better. And I think people are trying, they're experimenting right now. They're going it more because you can now. Same with Rams. I've played a lot of team games this past week. I've seen more Rams than I ever have, like ever. Doesn't even compare. They're being used so much more, even though it's not the biggest buff. I still say it's huge because you feel the difference of capped Rams, damage-wise, and that's what they're hitting like now is capped Rams.
Yeah.
They're weaker.
Do we have a game, by the way?
They're in the lobby. It's underground. I can also share once I don't have capture age open yet.
Mangonel doesn't get ballistics then? Yeah, that's actually one of the first things I thought of after I said that, but it's yeah. There's still a lot of nuance to the game, but
wouldn't Mangonels be rigged with ballistics?
That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
You'd essentially be MBL. It would be a direct nerf to MBL.
That is something I would not like if they did. I don't think they will do that because they probably know like we cannot give this unit ballistics. Who will win game 1?
Yeah, did we get the bets going? I know
do it.
Dev's a big better, even though I haven't seen him in the chat yet.
Yeah, I didn't put the schedule out, so he's probably gonna be like, "What the heck? No schedule." Although I didn't know it till this morning.
Archer line from the game, if you did that. Yeah, exactly. Right.
And archers are just, I still think they're the #1 skill unit in the game by far. There's nothing that involves as much skill as archer micro and positioning them and not throwing them. Like knights, you can like almost always run away. You're not just
same
gonna
with
get
CA.
wiped. Yeah, exactly. All right, game 1 is up on Forest. This is the final. Let's go.
Hi. Yeah, I'm guessing we're gonna see Goths against maybe Lithuanians. We said
Yeah, I need to update actually. Oh, what's going on here?
Goths against Japan.
So this thing's remembering the wrong stuff. Okay. Goths against Japan. Okay, Japan's actually a great, somewhat counterpick to Goths.
Absolutely.
And neozz with the loom, pulling an elephant right away. Is Faneth going forward? He is. He did this last time. He loves to block with his horse. He's very good at it. Although he lost the Ville last time. neozz also wants to block him. I actually think this is advantage neozz when it comes to both players blocking because he has loom. And Faneth does not. I assume Faneth does not. He doesn't.
Yeah, Faneth not gonna go for Loom here if he doesn't have to. Right, he'll be a Vil. Well, actually, he won't be a Vil ahead of Goths, but he wants to stay the same Vil count as Goths. Goths, of course, getting that. I guess it's not so new of a buff anymore. The change to their hunting. They hold more food. Obviously, it's a buff. I think Goths are very underrated early game Civ nowadays.
Yeah, neozz not making this easy for Faneth. And what I love about him going forward is Faneth didn't try to stop his Ville at all because he's focused on saving his own. And it's hard to get this elephant. That's why I like the Goth pick.
Yeah. Oh, that horse is tough too. I thought it would take more damage from the Vil.
Yeah, something I considered was actually lowering its HP for laming situations, but I think it's fine. This just
Faneth's
adds.
now getting Loom.
He knows he needs it. neozz may even do a double pull at some. Oh my gosh, maybe he did. There's
He's
four
got
elephants under there.
Screenshot that.
Yeah, right. I think he
I don't
just.
think I've ever seen that.
No, he must have done a double pull during the block on Faneth, which to me
Go.
the horse that's blocking seems to have the advantage over the one that's like defending in these situations. And
Oh, absolutely. That elephant's still gonna sneak hits in. Oh, it diagros. I don't think you pull it with that Vil.
I
Yeah,
think he's giving up on it. Faneth is in a food prop. He's having food issues. All his Vils are on berries. neozz needs
Yeah.
this too. Like we know Faneth is favorited here. He needs this kind of start.
Yeah, now he goes out. He's Japanese. He has cheaper mills. Right? He can mill these.
Yeah, he's gonna mill it, but I'm just thinking the idle time walking these Vils, neozz is up. I'm worried for Faneth right now.
Yeah, he almost needs to make like a box in to keep those Vils.
Yeah, neozz, meanwhile, eating like a king, and these even have more on them because he's Goths. I don't know, like, Faneth is in massive trouble here. I don't know what he's going to do. We're going to see the same thing. We're going to see men-at-arms, archers, likely. From, well, he's got a mill.
The neozz does not have a barracks. I wonder if he's going to mind game Faneth and just go like 2 ranges or something.
Yeah, it even almost feels like a possible FC. What's his? No, he went up 20. He went up 20. He can't FC.
Don't think he's gonna FC. Barracks coming down now. This is almost like a stable time.
Yeah, this is
go to gold,
scouts.
or is that wood?
This is scouts.
Yeah, that is scouts.
Faneth trying to get walled up. I think this is actually better for Faneth, though. If it was men-at-arms right now and archers, he'd be in big trouble. He'll be able to deal with scouts a little bit better if he could ever click up.
Yeah, that's the main issue, right? Is he needs those Japanese spearmen out defending those villagers. He's just gonna run
He's
back
gonna
here,
wall too.
clicks up to feudal age.
He's gonna panic wall, I think, with these 4 vills. Gonna rush these
He
up as quick as he
should.
can. Yeah, he
Yeah.
has to. Maybe divide them across the wall, different sections, because neozz is pulling more elephants. And he's gonna maybe even double stable or just get a quick castle age.
Now here's a thought. Tell me if I'm crazy. What if neozz uses a scout to pull boars from the middle, and he just doesn't even go aggressive?
Huh.
Just full eco.
Oh, you
Because
mean use his map
got a
control to just eat them all?
yeah, and just goes like FC or something, or
Right.
not FC, but just faster. Because right, he sees that Faneth is still in Dark Age. He knows Faneth probably feels like he's on the back foot.
Oh, who lost a vill? Faneth lost one, and he has 2 weak ones. He's not having a good time.
Range coming down.
Like, this is sort of like FC numbers for Faneth, but not FC res. So I do like realizing the situation. This is where I said Faneth is good at adapting. Oh, that's not Eco KD, that's KD. Good point.
Yeah,
He's
Faneth, I
adapting,
think,
though,
kinda lost the...
and walling up. The scouts will not actually harm him here. This is why archers, men-at-arms, obviously we have God View. neozz didn't realize how bad the Dark Age was for Faneth. But I think men-at-arms archers would have killed.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with Goths, you get like 4 of those bad boys out. They just really punch through stuff.
And
People are used to... Oh, there's a hole!
oh my gosh. Okay. Faneth is in massive trouble.
Oh boy, and like we said, he has
clicked.
so many weak vills.
He knows. He clicked. Wait. Yep, he knows. He knows there's a hole, and he did all this walling. The mill.
Faneth doesn't even have a spearman out.
Faneth sees
man.
it. He does see it. And it's full panic.
Yep,
And the
he's gonna
spear's
small wall.
cute.
That said, he can protect his res here.
He doesn't have a lot of wood to even, like, wall at the moment.
Yeah, a couple houses on the wood line. Yeah, I think Faneth might kind of get out here. That said, right, probably the scariest comp in Feudal Age is coming at him right now. Scouts and archers.
Yeah, he added the archers behind it. He's gonna take some hits from the spears.
I
guess it's to shoot it with the archers.
Hits in.
I guess he wanted to just shoot it with the archers, but he took a lot of hits on those scouts.
Not too bad. Will Faneth opt for a tower here, or will he be able to defend with, you know,
I think
3-4 spearmen, 3-4 archers? Nah, you'd be
I like a
surprised,
tower.
man. There's fletching in now though. Yeah, he definitely.
Oh,
Yep,
he's
there's
dead.
the tower.
It's too late.
I don't know if he's dead yet.
Like his wood line is gonna get hit.
He's gonna pop out with these archers and try to kill the archers of neozz.
I think this was an underreaction from Faneth.
15 military to 5 here. Yeah, the villas go down.
I would have liked houses here, and tower, and then you're safe completely. And it's gonna be on the wood line now, which neozz will see. It's gonna go up.
For sure.
Yeah, Goths have lost on this map. Once. And it was actually Faneth playing against them.
Well, also, like, why not ban Goths, right?
That's what I was thinking, especially if it's the opener. They weren't even first picked. They were picked, like, later. And they're just so
and you
meta
know
on this.
You know the maps before you go into the Civ draft.
Right.
Yeah, Faneth not able to get fletching here. He has all the res to get fletching, but he's probably not thinking about it.
Yeah, he's probably going to garrison his range units inside. No, he's going to put them by the tower.
Yeah, man, 18 military to 1. That's so hard.
That blacksmith is going to get denied.
Yeah, I think he calls it here.
Wow, neozz is gonna take game one.
GG.
GG. Wow.
Crazy opener.
No one expected that. Like, neozz is favorited. I mean, Faneth is definitely favored, but
Yeah, I mean, you come with the concrete strategies, right? neozz did a much better job of the laming than Faneth, which we all kind of, most people in the community joke around about Faneth being a lamer.
mm-hmm.
neozz definitely got the better of him with the horse blocking, villager pulling the elephant micro, and he goes up a game.
Right. And Faneth did really well last time on this map when he played it against Carl. But we just saw neozz do to Faneth what Faneth did to Carl, pretty much. Don't think you should have favorites based on elo, to be honest. I wouldn't say based on elo. I would say just based on how good Faneth is and the kind of shape he's in. Both these players have hit 2K2 at some point. Right now, there's about 100 elo gap. But who knows?
Yeah,
Right,
no,
right.
very true, right? And that's why we put them on these maps to kind of see a bit more adaptation and a bit more.
And right now, neozz is the favorite now because he's up a game. He needs 2 more. Faneth needs 3. So I think that's all out the window. We got a set that's anybody's at this point.
Yeah, but isn't that I don't know who Manir is, but isn't that the point of a strategy game is to have people like the person like if neozz has sat there for the last Spencer, how long have people known about this tournament?
This one, it's usually a week in advance. This
Yeah,
one's like 10 days or less, a little bit earlier than normal.
Yeah, if neozz wants to, devote a few hours a day to figuring out the best strats on these maps, then I think he definitely deserves to win. If Faneth is, getting drunk in his apartment wearing a suit, you know what I mean?
That's true. Yesterday he got drunk. This is slightly probably hungover Faneth. Not even making excuses. It's just like maybe neozz partied last night too. Who knows?
Yeah, Faneth's probably taking his foot off the gas, thinks he's better than everyone in the tournament, and
Yeah,
we'll
and neozz is singularity.
neozz is singularity.
I mean, meaner nab.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That guy has a super cool voice.
Yep, and
like the accent.
Amazing. That's why he's talking strategy, because he's an amazing strategizer. I think he likes it more than just the skill of the game, even, or the micro nerding stuff you see a lot. Wallager said, or Rothman says, it's fine. Reverse sweep incoming. Okay, so Faneth will need to lose the next one to do a reverse sweep.
This is a best of 5.
And Faneth has done a reverse sweep before in the team. Against your team, actually. I didn't even realize when I said that. But he's done it before. You were on the wrong end of that. So it's not uncharted territory for him.
What do we think? Do you think Faneth opts for Land Madness or Arabia coming off that loss?
I would get settled in with Arabia. You just lost the game. Settle down with Arabia, then do Land Madness once you're feeling good. I would not go to Land Madness right after what just happened. But
what do you think Faneth plays on Arabia?
Well, I 100% think Magyar's is for Land Madness, so I would say Arabia. Doesn't he actually like Khmer a lot? But
I like Khmer.
Byzantines are insanely good. I'd say Khmer or Byzantines.
Has a lot of weapons, and then neozz. Curious if he would maybe try to pull out like a phosphorus strat with Spanish or Portuguese. I mean, even Malians, shit. Or no, Malians are for the African waters maps, right?
It is Land Madness.
It is Land Madness.
You know what? Faneth he loves the map. He wants a win. He just lost. That probably has to do with it. And that was a very quick game 1. We have Magyars, Gurjaras. That's what I thought we'd see from neozz here, was the Gurjaras. And obviously
kind of a counter pick.
Yep. Obviously the Magyars for Faneth, which will likely BCA play eventually if it's not decided in feudal.
For sure, for sure.
Let me get these points paid. All right.
You think pretty standard both players are probably going to open scouts here?
Yeah, I think. Well, did neozz open archers against Kiddo? I think he did. So I
I
would.
don't think I was around for that game.
But because it's Gurjaras, I almost feel like you do open scouts.
Yeah, you've got that camel kind of leading the charge there. Faneth can never really take an engagement that feels comfortable with that camel getting hits in the feudal age.
Yeah, Wallager's saying Magyars just do good here. One camel won't decide. I think it'll help more though than archers would. Like scouts feel like the way to go. Get a little bit of a food trickle from the mill.
Yep.
But Magyars are Magyars. And oftentimes if feudal gets crazy enough, you'll even see a second stable.
Mm.
But Faneth's also very good at adding in like a bunch of spears, skirms if he has to. He's ready for whatever neozz throws at him on this one.
Absolutely, yeah. He's going to run all those military buildings, get all the units out. Spearmen obviously having +1 attack from having forging already. Really, really strong, especially in those bigger feudal maps.
Right, and I hate playing Faneth on this map. It's just not fun to play him. It's like cheating. OP. And I'm kind of using Kiddo as a measuring stick. We saw him do actually pretty well against neozz until he went up to castle yesterday. And Faneth destroys Kiddo on this map. So just using Kiddo as a measuring stick, I heavily favor Faneth in this one. Now, game 1, neozz was amazing. I just think we'll see what happens. I think he's got a tough match against Faneth here.
For sure. 4 on wood. Is that... I haven't played Gurjaras in a long time. Is that standard?
I feel like it probably is with them because you're getting like...
Since you're a little behind, yeah.
You're getting extra food. You have to like take wood later. I don't know their build. I assume that's their build though, even for scouts.
He'll probably just shift less over.
Meaner Nab,
19.
thanks for the follow.
Skipping Loom, I like that. Faneth going for 18 here with Loom. Or no, 19. Why do you queue another Vil?
Wait.
Does he not have a second building?
I don't know. I guess 19 with Loom versus 19 with no Loom. So neozz will be up first. Getting an additional deer, I think, from a separate patch.
Yeah, going for 2 lumber camps as well. I think he'll be a little bit more strapped. And small walling his wood lines. Yeah, so he probably needs to switch some more Vils from the food under the town center to wood if he wants to go for 2 lumber camps, because he's not going to be able to afford the stable right away. Right, we're already at 45 seconds and he doesn't even have the barracks down. Barracks coming down now.
It's late. He needs to rush it.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have the wood, so he's not.
Yeah, I've seen people play like this more if they go like 20 up, a bit more greedy or a bit more of an eco approach. But I don't necessarily love that for this.
Yeah, I almost think go up slightly later, maybe even with Loam. Because, well, is he going to have enough to build it after all? He's going to have just enough. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, just enough, but it's like now his wood upgrade's delayed, right? And this is the thing with me. Now, granted, I'm not as good of a player as either one of these two guys, but right, if Faneth starts hitting around and stuff and scouts start flying in, a lot of chaos starts happening, you sometimes forget to click that wood upgrade. He's getting it here because we have a little bit of a delay, right, in the pressure, but do you see what I mean, though? Like, things can start happening really quickly, and then you just forget to get the wood upgrade. Next thing you know, you're on your way to Castle Age, and you realize you don't have double bit axe.
Check this out. neozz hasn't found Faneth.
Yeah, doesn't know where he is. That's a common thing on this map. It's hard to find people. There's a lot of odd res placed around the map.
Yeah, so he's scratching his head right now. He got really close, but these aren't like Arabia tile res that give it away. This is like neutrals. They're 3 stacks. And that's all he's finding. He hasn't seen a 4. Which there's only actually 1. And then there's berries.
And I think usually people are kind of in like a corner too on this map. So he probably doesn't expect Faneth to be directly across from him here.
Now, based on where he's sending the scout, maybe he knows? After all? We'll see. He might run way left.
Okay, he's hooking left.
He's lost. A little bit lost. Okay, he's going to know now. He's going to know now. If he sees...
Did he even see it?
Oh, he didn't see it. He thinks Faneth is in the north. This is kind of big. He has no clue where Faneth's base is. And Faneth's already at his base. He might not see Faneth for a long time at this rate.
Yeah, spear defense. Yeah, and look, he's going to the top corner there.
So also, I mentioned he was pushing an extra deer from another patch. Sort of biting him in the butt right now because he didn't find Faneth.
Yeah, look at these scouts on the left side. I mean, they're going to no man's land.
Yep. Now he's really scratching his head. He has to know he's kind of in that black spot, I would assume by now.
Or he might think he's really close to the right.
Oh,
I don't even know if someone could spawn there.
Like maybe he thinks he's right on that edge.
Yeah, who knows? I've seen some wacky generations recently. Now the question to me is how quickly does Faneth add that range, considering that neozz obviously is small walled here. Get those archers shooting over the walls. Or do you think he just goes for castle?
You know, this map can be hyper aggressive oftentimes, but Faneth also likes to go up if he can. And invest as few units as possible, or he'll invest a lot and kill. So he's got a lot of cards up his sleeve.
Yeah, with the amount of farms that he's made, it doesn't look like a quick range is like on the table. It looks more like he just wants to get to Castle Age, maybe go for like a Knight Pike setup, which we all know is good against the Hindustani Gujara's composition. Yep. Outposts here for neozz, I love that. Very underrated unit.
Several outposts. So look, he's
why not?
25 stone on outpost. I like it. And now he's going to go forward, and I think he's going to find Faneth right now.
Yeah, he's going to hook in there.
Like, he just knows. He's like, bro, you have to be here. Faneth, no overchops. He might dive for some vills.
Need some town center. Got the Forging Spearman chasing here.
Even a stone wall. I guess because you're already short stone for a TC, it doesn't hurt to...
Yeah, Faneth trying to whittle down those numbers as quickly as possible. Something we've really only seen, in the past year? I mean, maybe people were doing it before, but killing the Spearman, especially if it's a lone one, you have 3-4 scouts, and you just pull the one that the Spearman's aggroing back.
Right. Take less hits. And scout numbers in favor of Faneth by 1. He's got more spears.
Yeah, really making life uncomfortable here on this wood line. Here we go. There's 3 spearmen there, and all the scouts coming in. It's hard to call.
I think it's better for neozz. Yep, it's a home field advantage too. He's got more units at home.
All the spears are dead, and he has that camel doing the bonus damage in there as well. And neozz also squeezed in. I noticed this too. He's getting forging now to try to be on the same playing field as the Magyars. neozz also squeezed in horse collar here. He's gonna have a little bit better of an eco come the 22 minute mark than Faneth.
Yeah, and he's tracking Faneth well. He's got about 100 more res. That's a lot to do with the trickle of food, also from the sheep kicking in. And ecotex. So, like, Faneth has a lot of farms, but they're not horse-collared.
Yeah, Faneth housed, going for armor here. I would even maybe like to see... It depends on how long... Yeah, he's got 5 on gold. I think he just wants to go to Castle Age now, but the Spearman armor is another thing we've kind of seen in newer meta. Makes them a lot tankier.
Right. You also have to be careful here. to not let neozz. Well, 9 spears from Faneth. I think he's gonna pull most of them forward at this point. He's realizing.
That's what I'm saying. Get the spear armor.
Yeah. He's realizing that everything's at neozz's base. When these spears get here, neozz cannot fight him. neozz might even.
I know we're watching a fight. There's another building going down at Faneth's base. I'm curious what that is. Market. Okay. Bloodline's coming in now for Faneth as well. He's about to have. I guess that's why the market's coming down, right? I was going to say he's about to have a more imbalanced economy.
Yep.
neozz going for the spear armor.
If he tries to go up, it's over for Faneth. Yeah, well, the fact that Bloodlines has come in and tells me that he's investing more and more in feudal here.
Yeah, wheelbarrow.
So many spears. Bloodlines for him, no bloodlines for neozz. neozz has wheelbarrow.
I think of how many archers he'd have here by now.
Yeah, and Wallager wants 2 stables. I kind of agree. Maybe it's to... Oh, he wants to go up. He really does want to go up.
Soul to stone. I don't mind it. I mean...
And look, he's got the military advantage, but he will have to weather the storm of the 2nd stable now coming up for neozz, who's gonna all-in feudal once again like he did against KotU.
Yeah, and... Yeah, neozz also, if he ever does want to go to Castle Age, right, he has burned through 100 stone to this point.
Right, and if you're neozz, you almost can't fight this army at the moment. It's just so many. Maybe he's recognizing that and he's going to go forward. I like it. He knows. He's like, dude, that's 1,000,000 spears. I can't deal with that. So why?
Forced off the berries. Oh, are they on the wood or gold? Oh, they're good God, what is that?
That woman's trapped.
Are those vills even working?
Yeah, apparently. You know, neozz kind of wanting Castle Age also. Range is coming up. Faneth is going for CA. Little exposed at home because he pulled all the forces forward.
He's got more spears though. Those scouts really aren't that strong either. They don't have bloodlines or armor.
Yeah, but this could still
for this stage in the game.
Nasty.
Oh, he eats a lot of town center.
This could get nasty on this gold. Are the quick walls there? This is why Faneth is so good. Like,
yeah, there's a hole, but yeah, they're not really.
Yeah, the spear really and it's bottled. And if neozz isn't careful.
Oh, that said though, if Faneth isn't careful, goodness.
But Faneth is Castle Age right now, and the CA are going to come out. I think neozz is in big trouble. He's weathered the storm. That was the one thing neozz had going was that counterattack.
Yeah. CA are going to destroy here. Everything is small walled in with stone.
We may see a GG when he hits Castle before they even come out. Although he's on his way up. So maybe
yeah, he doesn't have the time, though. He doesn't have the time, and he doesn't have the gold. He's not going to be able to get something like...
Bloodline scouts onto the wood line.
I don't mind, he didn't.
Building a new mining camp, or a lumber camp. That's why Faneth is just so nasty on this map. And he made so much military, Faneth, and had a great time. I just don't get how he made, it seemed like more than neozz and got up so quick.
Well, he's getting that food discount from the scouts, and then also selling his stone, right?
True. He doesn't care.
Also, you got to think too. neozz is constant. neozz had 3-4 villagers idle repairing stuff that whole feudal age, whereas Faneth's villagers were working.
Right. Even though he didn't get in, it's forging on top of it, so a little bit more damage on the buildings.
Yeah, getting light cav here. Those spearmen have iron casting. This is just going from bad to worse for neozz.
Yeah, he's gonna lose his wood line. He's gonna lose his gold. And there's just not a lot he can do here. I don't even think Faneth cares about spear upgrade or pike here, even though he has a lot of them.
Yeah, no. All he needs to do is micro the CA around. neozz will be able to get out to
Sharamshas, I assume.
Sharamshas. GG's called.
GG is called. And that's also what's awkward about the Gurjaras, is they can't, like, pop knights out. Not that knights would even save them here. But no surprise there. That's why I said, like, neozz is in trouble on this map in particular. Faneth is just a beast on that map.
Yeah, super well played there from the Dutchman. 1-1.
Yeah, well,
What home map do we see neozz going for?
yeah, I want to say that the APM is like even 60-62. That's pretty cool. Similar speed players. Wallager says basically it's a BO3. What home map? Let's take a look.
I think he goes for the African waters here and Malians. Now, I'm not familiar with how this map plays, Spencer. I do apologize. I have not been as intimately involved with this tournament as I probably should have been. Is this like, are they fighting with ships on this map, or
African
is?
waters.
Yeah.
So you could think of kind of like Four Lakes with
So
ponds on the
Byzantines
edges, but it does not
or no
play
Lith?
that much like Four Lakes. There's a crap load of elephants around both players' TCs. I think it's like 5. And you can see the other player's TC, like there's vision in the middle, kind of like how Beach Fight had vision of the gold in the corners. It's like
Okay.
vision on each other. You're super close. Um, Docks are a thing, but there's also going to be like this laming, camel blocking, vill pulling stuff going on, which neozz just did really well with on the previous game. So, Civ wise, let me update the Civ draft actually. So the Gujaras fall, and the Magyars win. Maybe I actually wouldn't hate Malay there if I'm neozz. They can get up quicker. They can put a few more on wood.
Good water sieve.
Yep, great water sieve. For Faneth, I don't know exactly what Armenian's bonus is for water, but is it more than like Navy ships fighting? Like, is it fishing at all?
Well, Armenians have a few bonuses on the water, right? You have the mule carts costing less wood. The mule carts are also moving with the villagers on the wood lines. You essentially always have a perfect lumber camp.
Do they start
And
with
the mule
one?
cart.
Or is that Georgians?
No, that's Georgians.
Okay.
GPT? What does that mean?
Zumpy GPT.
Oh, like Chat GPT. Yeah, and then also their double bit axe is like 50% more effective, I think, or 40 something. Let me check. 40% more effective. So you essentially have like bow saw in feudal age.
Right.
And then I think they have some galley line and dromans fire an additional projectile. Yeah,
Okay.
so you're rocking and popping when it comes to water.
So they could be good there. It's such a hyper aggressive map. Khmer could even be good for hopping in houses for your fills while you like go forward or fight. Lithuanians aren't what they used to be like on a map sort of like Four Lakes, but I think they get a little extra, or is it not until feudal nowadays? I don't remember how they work.
Lithuanians, they start with the 100 food, not 150, and then every town center that comes down,
Another 100.
another 100.
Okay, well, game is up. We'll see what civs it is.
I think the devs were really trying. We're in an ad, by the way. I think the devs were really just trying to get away from like the instant rush, kind of the more crazier strats in the game.
Right. I'm gonna manage the predictions before I even look what civs we got. Faneth won game 2. There's probably crazy action going on actually. Let me. So the elephants right away being fought for. Did neozz still one of Faneth's? Looks like Faneth's camel got beat up. Oh, I don't have the game on. Doing too much. Let me get the predictions in. Just gonna do 2 minutes on this prediction because I feel like a lot can be decided early. Wood Eco is just insane.
Yeah, and we're still in an ad too.
Okay. Now, Laming is on a new level. I know there's like a lot of laming going on here. Camels, blocking. Now, Faneth is down his camel. I think that's going to really hurt with figuring out intel on his opponent. So neozz has the element of surprise if he wants to. Last time he did sneak ranges.
Oh, wow. This is what this map looks like. Holy shit.
Yeah, so... Oh, by the way, am I sharing screen on Discord?
Let me see. Yes.
I am, so I don't know if you were waiting for Twitch, but yeah. There you go.
I was. Yeah, we've got some crazy stuff here. Neo's camel goes down.
Yeah, Camel just sniped in the face. Both players down a Camel. I think it was trying to stop the elephant. neozz, okay, I thought he was going to lose a Vil. He's good. These elephants.
Faneth has Lithuanians here.
Faneth going to dock. neozz already has his dock with the Malians and the fishing ship. So I sort of like his approach more here. Singularity pointed out, strategy is a big decider in a lot of these maps, not elo. I agree.
We once again have the carcasses here.
Yeah, neozz, it just seems to be a theme where he's got, once again, 4 elephant carcasses. I'm going to screenshot it.
This looks ridiculous.
Right, you know, you just never
It's like
see it.
The people that complain about like the ivory farming or whatever, they should see this.
neozz stealing!
Running.
Okay.
So that's kind of worth, I think, right? Inefficiency.
And he's even gonna eat some of it. Wow. Faneth says, no. Get out of here.
Yeah.
This is my elephant.
Yeah, look,
I don't know how did neozz steal that actually? Like,
I don't know.
what did Faneth like garrison the Vil and then there was a split second?
Ooh, that was a big hit.
Right. No loom. She dodged some bullets, but she definitely got hurt. Eco is way weaker if you don't dock. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a must. But Faneth is very late to it. So you can already see the res collected for neozz. It's way up there. I assume neozz will be up first with the dock early.
Now, where is the mineable res is on the outside here.
Yeah, you see that he pulled that elephant because Faneth was going to snake it. Said nope. But once again, neozz getting the better end on the boars and stuff. Which he needs to.
Very sneaky from neozz.
Yep. You go full aiming and Vil fighting in dark, full archers and feudal. Loom coming in for Faneth, who has castle clicked. neozz, okay, maybe because the dock was so early. It's gonna be a later feudal for him. But not much later.
Oh, man.
Just needs the force drop and I think he's up. Oh, he's gonna queue another Vil? This is sort of late.
Are towers common on this map?
Wait, he just lost a Vil and I realized Faneth did at 1.2. Both players have lost a Vil. Towers? Yes, actually. So, Faneth win a lot of towers in a practice game, but he was Teutons. And we've also seen them defensively. neozz lost 2 Vils. Wait, what? Did a Jaguar? The Jaguar. Or was it just 2 under the TC? One just...
2 under the TC. It seems like a mess under there.
Yeah, so he got all these elephants, but they also got kind of mad at him and killed some of his Vils. You know, it's this whole elephant family.
The elephants, they have like their attack animation is I don't know. It seems like the hit comes in before you think it's gonna come in.
And
Whereas I think like a boar, the hit kind of comes in after the animation slightly. The elephant like really fucks you up. I think it attacks faster too.
yeah, that's why I think anyone's insane on African clearing that doesn't get loam. And you see it all the time. And you see Vills dropping, like, no, I could just do the house thing, and then they lose Vills. I'm like, why don't you just get loam? And it just looks like a dangerous attack. They're like swinging their tusk at you. Big old hard
wow.
hits.
Okay, so obviously not really. I mean, you've got a straggler tree, a market blacksmith.
What is going on here?
He's FCing.
And he's pulling the Vills all the way to the back. Yeah, he's just going straight up with Malians. Gonna sell the stone. He's got the
Faneth
fish.
seeing that with that spearman too. It's important to note.
Yeah, he knows it's FC. And a Vil coming forward, a Faneth possibly to outpost.
I think he's gonna go up himself. He already has 600 food in the bank, right?
Maybe so, with a few archers to harass.
Oh, and look, Neo's on gold or on stone heavily here. He's gonna try to do a castle drop, I think.
Oh, I didn't even realize on the right. So he wants Gebettos and a castle. Faneth did not spot the gold on the left. He knows the dock's there. He's kicking him off his berries. But neozz is up to castle age. Just straight F-scene.
No fletching here. Maybe an overreaction with the tower. You could almost fight that archer back. There's no fletching.
Right, because this is going to delay his castle. It's sort of like a Phosphorus feel to this. Not exactly the same, but it is just
a bit more eco than Phosphorus kind of would. Counter dock here from Faneth. I love that.
Yeah, and it's not Phosphorus because there's fish. But it's sort of like you can do the same eco, but run your TC because the fish.
Yep.
And Faneth docking. neozz doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't see it.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is gonna be. I like it looks good right now for neozz, but if Faneth can just maybe play a little tower defense, keep himself safe, and kill those fishing ships, I think neozz is going to be really hurting for wood here. Or for food here, excuse me.
Right, because how do you make Gebettos if you lose all these fish? And also, I guess Faneth doesn't know what he's going yet. He doesn't see any buildings. He doesn't see the stone. He doesn't see the gold miners. He's scratching his head right now like, what are you doing, bro?
Well, he's got to know that neozz has got himself up here. Faneth's going to go for knights. Aren't they? They kind of get countered by...
Yeah, look at this. He could just sit under the TC. I love it. So you got no Vills under it. Actually keeping the Vil at home. Wow. And neozz needed a little bit more stone to actually drop this castle. Does he try to
make the
dunk
tower.
it? Is he gonna dunk it on Faneth? I think he is.
There's no planet.
I think he is. Dude, this is going on Faneth's TC.
God.
Wow. Faneth can't stop it.
He's got archers there. Oh boy.
It's not enough. Walls will
This
come
is gonna
up.
get interesting.
I think he'll kill a couple Vills. Wait.
Yeah, Faneth is Vills ahead though. Getting fletching here. I don't know if I really like fletching.
It's good walls. I think he's gonna lose like one Vil and this goes up.
Kill him.
Maybe a second.
I shouldn't say kill him. I'm being biased.
Oops.
Do something. All right, cool. Castle goes up.
Yep.
7 villagers behind here. He's gonna get the upgrades. Wait. We've been tunnel vision here. Has neozz even noticed that he lost all his fish?
Doesn't look like it. And Faneth also gonna not notice that he's on the side pond yet. But this is still trouble. Yes, you put a castle on Faneth.
Yeah, it's so hard to deal
But
with.
your wood is now super threatened. You have Gebettos coming out. Archer's actually pretty decent against him if he just gets crossbow. Bodkin's in. Yeah, I think he got the knight armor, but he's like, screw it. You're going Gebettos. I'm going to go Archers.
Yeah, that said, right, this Gebetto... Ah, don't let it get hit, neozz. Goodness.
I
He
still...
must have been looking at his dock at that point, because I know Faneth hit the dock right then as well.
It's crazy how much view Faneth has, but he does not see the gold and he does not see the stone. He sees everything back there but that.
It seems like the average elo in the chat's like fucking 2100, so I'm not telling anybody anything they don't already know. But when you're like all in like this, I mean, every Gebetto counts so much.
And they can slaughter Vills so fast. Faneth off his gold. 2 Vills dropped like nothing. Gebettos are so annoying, dude. I kind of
they're
like...
super accurate, too.
I like this strat from neozz. He's down 10 Vills, but he's got Gebettos. So who knows? Anything can happen. Faneth gonna get a new TC. But Faneth has 3 of the pawns. Well, 2 and a half.
3 of the pawns and 10 more Vills, right? It's gonna be an uphill battle. That said, I think neozz does. He still has that 7 on stone, so he's gonna aim to do another castle drop.
Another castle. He can't afford any siege behind this. And archers are just good here.
Yeah, they are.
Like this, he's countered. Faneth has countered the strat. I like it. neozz cooked up something we have not seen, but 1 military
Does he
now.
just call it here?
I think so. He's got 1 military. He's way behind on Vills. He needs this siege workshop. This would have been so much better if he could have somehow afforded a mangonel earlier. But great adaptation from Faneth too. Realizing, okay, I got armor. I'm not gonna make a staple. I'm not gonna get knights, because these would have slaughtered knights.
I don't know why that face cracks me up in the chat. That face ESJV just put. Whenever people type stuff like that, it always makes me laugh.
Right.
The fucking eyes.
It's old school.
Yeah. Last wish dominating.
Yep.
Yeah. I said the hometown center falls here. Don't know if he'll really need it.
He honestly needed the castle dunk here, because that's one of the only things he's got going for him that's gone well this game. And next castle coming onto the TC on the right of Faneth. Is he gonna see this? Wait, where's the stone? Thought he had a castle ready. No, these are just...
There's got to be a foundation somewhere, unless he
sold?
absolutely broke the market, because he had the stone.
I think he sold it all.
God, that's so bad. I wasn't really paying attention, but you can't do stuff like that. And these vills have to be coming forward for a dunk, right? There's no way.
Well, I thought they were, but they're just mining gold, and they're spotted too. Where the heck are these archers that are firing right now?
7 crossbowmen.
Oh, they're under the they're under the tower. I'm like, where the hell's that noise coming from? How much of Faneth's eco is fish? 15 fishing ships to 5. That's a big part of it too. He didn't fish last time he played the map. Clemens almost beat him because Clemens did. So he realized, wow, fish are good here.
Gosh, and he just keeps picking off Gebettos, man. Like, I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's just so, when you're like all in like this, I mean, every unit counts so much.
Yeah, I don't mind the strat. I actually would have rather seen this done with a stronger UU Civ. Do like a semi-Fossuru strat, but not with Gebettos.
Yeah, maybe Mangadai or something. I don't know.
Like,
although they were
war
banned, but you know what I mean.
or
Yeah. Like
something,
just a little stronger of a unit.
Yeah. Oh, they can
for another range.
They can dock faster than any other Civ. Maybe that's part of why he even got up when he did.
Yeah. Faneth kills the fish on the right with a fire, killing the fish on the left. Man, this is so well played.
And he's killing the wood line.
Oh, and look at what Faneth's gonna have himself. Another castle. Or a castle himself. 15 on stone.
Yeah, dude, this is why he's so good. He's like fighting here, killing this,
Yeah,
killing the
neozz doesn't
fish.
even realize.
What he's
Damn.
losing. He's defending. Like, he can do so many things at once. It's just crazy. No, he's not Japanese. He's Lithuanians.
No, I know. ESJB is just telling Singularity what civs can dock faster.
Oh, yes, yes. And Japanese. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think Faneth's just gonna be really content with crossbowmen here. Even though it's not really your ideal scaling unit with Lithuanians, you still get Bracer. Gonna have his own siege workshop here.
Now, this is where neozz could gain some momentum. He's got the mangonels now. Gebettos can own mangonels too, in my opinion.
So I'm thinking two things here. I'm thinking Faneth just needs to... Yeah, and Faneth's fish are actually running out.
Faneth needs a
Believe it or not.
castle, like, on his new eco over here.
Faneth needs to make, like, a knight or two to pick these mangonels off, and then his own siege to also fight the mangonels.
Right, which he has, but he hasn't made anything out of it. His wood is problematic. So is his gold at the moment. That's why he's taking a new camp. And the Gebettos
God.
going to the right.
Holy Santa Claus shit.
He
That is
did
a
it.
fucking
He sees
crazy
them.
castle to make.
You know what? He placed it Oh, but the TC's down. I was gonna say
It's gonna go up.
What does the
He
castle
doesn't
do right
see
now?
it.
I guess a little bit of gold protected.
Who
So
knows?
a momentum
It's a crazy
swing.
game.
The military all in favor of neozz right now. The push is getting worse. Even though
Yeah,
he's
also, it's important to note that Faneth only has one on food. I think that those ponds have ran out.
You're right. This is stalling out at the moment on the fish. So the score, Faneth probably doesn't know he's doubled the eco, but a lot of it's idle fish. He doesn't have wood to make more. And the score is so close.
Yeah, I say that. There actually are, looking at the map at least, there actually are dots of fish in each pond still. I just don't know if he's... Obviously, there's a lot going on here, so...
How do you deal with these mangoes? This will just get sniped by the Gebettos. It won't kill anything. Like, this whole eco over here. could
Yeah,
die.
he needed... Like, even though the Gebettos are good at killing knights, he did get the armor. He needs to just, like, I guess dive lightest now that he has the castle at the...
Well, it's also funny, Zumpy. I was saying how I didn't like the Gebettos, but now that he has the Mangonel numbers, it's actually an insane army to deal with at this
Oh,
point.
it's a crazy comp. It is a crazy comp.
And he,
Oh, big shot.
he needs latest, like Frothman's saying, but no food. No food.
You know what
to
he
make
needs
'em.
here? You ready for the high elo?
What?
What he needs here?
What does he need?
He needs tower shields, town centers.
Wait, can
'Cause-
they
'cause
hit Mangonels?
I think so. Maybe not, but it increases the range of it.
I've never seen the tech in any game ever.
and
like-
me either.
Where it's useful. Maybe this is the time it is. I don't think Faneth will ever think of it.
It's a castle age tech too, if I'm not mistaken.
9 range. Of course they do. Dude, I
this is
think
crazy.
Faneth could actually lose after week. I mean, I sort of thought this was over.
Yeah, me too. He has a shit ton of Gebettos now.
Like, dude, what does he actually do? Who cares what the Vil count is? What do you do?
Yeah, I think you just need to base your eco around this castle.
This TC?
Big shot.
Okay,
Ooh.
he needed that. He can also shoot this Mangonel, maybe, with the TC.
Well, he has Bodkin too. That's why I said that tech. Oh, he's gonna go 1 for 1 with the 1
and it
HP
was almost
Mangonel.
dead. One more TC shot.
And dude, like unless there's a bug right now, he has 15 fishing ships, but he has 0 on food.
Yeah, he can't
So
make traps. Although,
Yeah, but there's still fish.
wait, it is a bug. It is a
Okay.
bug. It's actually not showing.
Yeah, but like
everything
even up
that's-
there, there's still fish in the north.
Yeah, it's not showing that he does have some food income.
I have no idea, ESJB. Look, KotU calling GG here. The French analyst.
Yeah, I don't care about the eco. I think Faneth is in big trouble. Like, what does he do? These vills are just running to nowhere. I guess he could go to his old base in the back of...
It's a base swap.
The Gebettos are on the trail. These are dead. These
This
are
is
dead. They're going to
crazy.
loop back to where, though? There's no safety.
Score switch. This is a nuts
Dude,
game.
these things are, like, coming in like raptors. Just slaughter these vills.
Yeah, that tech is 250 food, 250 gold. So he actually could have gotten that. And
Yeah.
I think it would have... I don't know if it would have changed the outcome of the game, but it would have helped, I think.
You've seen Jurassic Park Lost World? Remember when they're, like, in the field and the raptors start
Yeah.
picking them off? That's what this reminds me of right now. Helpless villagers. GG is called. What a turnaround. I thought it was over. It just seemed so bad. But the Mangonels changed everything.
That was crazy.
Well played, neozz. Oh my gosh. Faneth has to win 2 in a row now. Or he is not going to win this. neozz has prepared so freaking well. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I really thought after that. I thinking back, I think I might have sounded a little biased towards Faneth there. It's just after neozz loses those fish in the south and he has no pond control, I thought for sure Faneth would have that game.
I agree. It just seemed like he was so dead. Off fish completely. Now, Faneth didn't spot the gold on the right or the stone on the left, or the stone on the right, gold on the left. But I don't know. It just... UUs are so freaking strong. You add in a Mangonel and then 2 and then 3 and 4. There's no way to really deal with that if you're Faneth. The fish...
Yeah, also the value of the military, right? Faneth might have 12 military right now, but he's got a skirm, he's got some fire ships, he's got like the value of neozz military is so strong.
Yeah, and Rothman's making a good point. He says, I think he started to boom and relax too soon. He sort of did do this, I'm ahead, I'm Faneth, dropped a TC here, dropped one over there, and not like an urgency to get military out. And neozz didn't care that he had 33 eco or whatever it was for a while, somewhere in the low 30s. Just built the numbers up, and then it was this unkillable force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tower shields would have been insane. Oh, we've got a new chatter here. If someone mass expo with ballistics, he would be in a good position. Yeah, I think I think ballistics definitely would have aided him here.
Right. Like, cancel one of those TCs, get more archers, get ballistics, and then, like, even, like, some Mangonels, something.
Yeah, and then the town center is going to hit more as well.
Yeah, Carl's saying, what about the TC upgrade? Hillfort would have been amazing.
Hey, Carl, my boy.
Hillfort would have been amazing. You know what I also would have liked was guard tower. Like, yes, you have to research that. Either that or the hill forts. If you're gonna boom here against what's going on, you almost need guard towers. It's not used very often, but it's not that expensive when you had all the eco he had for a little bit there.
Man, so probably Arabia now.
Dude,
I assume Faneth will play Khmer. What do we think neozz does here? Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect this set to be so dope. Like, maybe I favored Faneth too much. Like, no, he's got this. His elo. I was like, maybe a 3-1. No, anything but. Like, this is neozz to win right now. Faneth is in trouble.
Yeah, if these tournaments have taught me anything, it's that underdogs can always win. I think back to the team game tournament when Stomp just came out of right field and started destroying everyone. So neozz here definitely coming prepared, wants to win this, wants to have that smack talking ability in the servers that we all kind of hang out in as a community. I would love to see a game 5 here. giving Faneth the upper hand on Arabia, assuming he can close this out. How epic would a Game 5 be
Yeah,
on Mott and Bailey?
I am hoping that's the case too, especially Mott and Bailey. I don't know what they have cooked up. I think it would be Bohemian Spanish, so full gunpowder chaos. But right now, Faneth needs to win on Arabia. And
Yeah.
you use your best Civ, whatever it is, you use it. You know how well you did on Land Madness. So I don't think he's that worried about this next game. But I don't know, neozz knows he only needs one more. There's also the pressure. Like, this isn't just a ranked lobby.
Yeah, I wonder if neozz goes for like Britons. I actually played this Khmer do have the extra range. I was gonna say I played this matchup last night, but I actually didn't. I was Mongols and I was trying to go siege against Britons. And the Scorpions, even with that ballistics now being added in, heavy Scorpion, they still were dying to Briton range. So I wonder if neozz here kind of goes Britons to negate some of that Khmer Scorpion pressure.
Right.
And can kind of sit back.
You know what?
That said, though, sorry to keep off my point, but he played Britons against.
Yeah,
he
I was
played
just gonna
Britons
say
against Kiddo.
Yes, on Mott and Bailey. So we have to remember that he might just like them a lot there. I think they are a 6 Civ on that map. Who will win Game 4? Faneth or neozz? I just feel like Game 5 is inevitable. But we'll see. We got the horse start. See how if anyone mills here. Any laming. Faneth forward immediately with his. neozz just scouting his area.
Yeah, now one thing I do want to point out here, Faneth having that back gold is really nice. neozz gold is in no man's land, in the front. Very aggressive generation of Arabia here.
Yeah, and by the way, those in chat wondering about the random map from neozz, there was no maps left at the end. So there's 2 bans, there's 7 total maps. So the final pick was quote unquote random, but it was all that was available.
Forced. Yeah.
Yeah. But he did random ban. He random banned Atacama, which I think could save him because Mott and Bailey, if he doesn't win this, he could win this. Mott and Bailey, I think he has a much better chance against Faneth than he would on Atacama.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, Faneth's map is... I would much rather have Faneth's map than the incumbents, right?
Back
or not
gold.
The incumbent, than the opponents.
Yeah, back gold, back stone. He's got some forward berries, a pretty open front.
Yeah, but these 2 wood lines just make for an extremely natural wall off. Where you look at neozz base, like he can probably lock down the right side of his map with buildings, but he's probably gonna have to play open on that top side.
Yeah, and that's where his main gold is too. Now he's gonna go mill deer. Faneth is gonna notice, maybe try to block the mill. Faneth still needs to find his own sheep though, so he'll likely come back home. Because he's only found... Oh, he barely missed 2 of them.
Or in an ad.
And Ballista Ellie kill all, don't worry. What's up, Clemens? I don't know how much of this set you've seen so far. But Faneth is down 1-2. neozz is 1 game away from being the king, but he's got to win this one or next one if that's going to happen.
Yeah, Laposh, crazy turnaround there from neozz. I think Faneth kind of took... I don't want to speak for Faneth, but I think he kind of took his foot off the gas. That's what it seemed like. He invested a lot into eco, and neozz had like 4 mangonels and a dozen Gebetto, and they were not to be stopped.
Yeah, there was no army comp that could like save him. The fish stalled out. He needed like 1 million Latus. Like probably like 10 or something to even have a chance to clear it. Yeah, it's definitely well played to neozz to stick with it there. I think if neozz could have saw what we saw, he might have even GG'd. Who knows? Wait. How did he... Did he long distance the deer? neozz? I assume he did. He's just straight
Yeah.
long distancing them. Wow, that's interesting. That might be fine. I don't know.
Is he? What? I didn't want to say this. What do you think he's doing right now?
I don't think he's douching like he did against Kiddo, but
I think he's going for. I think all these villas collecting these deer are gonna make a mining camp on stone.
oh,
I think he's cheesing right now.
dude, you're right. And honestly, he should, because he saw how Land Madness went. It's 22. I don't know exactly.
You can FC with 22 with this Civ. You can FC with 20, honestly, with the berry wood. Now, does he make?
She was
mining
going this
camp? I thought
way.
it
I
did
think she
perfectly.
was until the horse. And
No,
Faneth,
but what I meant is the food villas, because then they would
It's a
just
mining
drop off
camp.
the deer meat.
it's got to be a mining camp, right?
Yeah, but I don't know why he.
Yes.
There we go. Okay, he's gonna do it with 4 of them.
He waited. He wanted to be there sooner, but Faneth was
Been already
watching.
up, by the way. 18 pop. Fucking scouts probably on the way here soon.
Guerrero, thanks for the follow. I think I said that right. Guerrero.
Zalotl. Guerrero Zalotl.
Guerrero. Maybe you said it right. Guerrero.
Guerrero. We're both
Guerrero.
probably saying it wrong.
We
Dude,
need
this is
RC.
crazy. Oh, no, my range. Okay, I was gonna say range is better against this. Right, because you don't get destroyed by the small walls.
Yeah, and you need to get
He
up.
made a barracks. What? He's Khmer. Yo, is
Wait,
Faneth rattled
what?
right now?
Why did he make a barracks? Maybe he expect you can get the barracks late with Khmer. I think he did it without realizing it could have been so huge to not have in this situation.
Yeah, he could have like another range or stable or
Like-
something, or I don't know.
Dude, he's about to get clowned on. And this is the way to play Faneth here, honestly. I don't know how much Faneth has dealt with these cheese strats. But he's about to click. Faneth also probably
Yeah, he just
didn't long
sells
distance
stone.
steer. And what Phosphor was saying is it's even harder to deal with these strats now because yes, the food's more expensive, but then your opponent has even more trouble getting up after you.
Yeah, it's
He's gonna have to tower here, I think.
I don't think. I don't know what he does. I'm not very good with these types of strats, like playing them.
He opened it up. What? So he wants to fight with Vils.
I think if you're, man, I see. I don't want to misspeak and get laughed at by all the 2Ks in the chat, but
Maybe he
I
does.
wonder how like full feudal does against that unit. Does it have a minimum range? Like I'm thinking if like bloodline scouts close the distance on it, do they just get shredded or would they actually do decently?
I think they'd get shredded. I think organ guns are so good against archers. You only need a few. Like single range is the play here. Go
Do
up
Khmer
quick.
get redemption? I think they do.
Faneth needs to sell his stone.
Yeah, he's wrecking these things though, without fletching.
He's gonna pivot to gold. He's gonna buy it, or he's gonna go to the next stone.
He's probably just running out to stone.
He could sell wood. He needs to get the castle up on this gold. That is like win condition for neozz. Faneth can't really afford to dive here.
A lot of damage though. Getting fletching now.
It's just so tough. Even that damage. I almost would
If,
cancel
I agree
fletching,
with you. If
sell
he had
stone.
towered, no, see, I think if neozz had just towered his stone, like maybe invest in a few towers so that you can continue to take that res.
Yeah, that's why this
to
strat is so
bin
rigged,
cheese.
because you can tower and still have plenty. Like, you don't need military, you defend with towers. He really wants the little bit more stone that he needs. He
Faneth
could even
finds
castle the back gold. He doesn't have to put it on this hill. Faneth making it messy, needs to get up, needs to sell his stone.
Yeah, yeah, he has fletching too. I think the game ends here. I think we have 2-2.
I don't know, these strats are so good.
He didn't drop it off. He didn't drop
He
off
did. He did.
the stone.
He did actually drop it off. I think Faneth has countered it, but I don't know. These strats can be so annoyingly good even with this much damage. But 15 Vills, how many Organ Guns can you really make? Castle going up.
Terrible castle. That's a wait. Pause.
Stream hack? What is
That
he
castle's
talking about?
horrible.
He's calling stream
What?
hack. This Faneth is so good at scouting and sniffing out. If we learned anything last game, there's definitely no stream hack.
Pause. Let's have an admin check the viewer. No, I don't think he's. I mean, you
I-
know what the guy's doing, right? You just look for the other mineable res.
Yeah, I call BS on the stream hack, and it could even be trolling from neozz. I don't know if he's serious.
Yeah. Now, no stream hack is gonna prevent you from placing a castle that defends the 2 resources that you need to
Yeah, he's dead.
do the strategy with.
Yep, the problem is he didn't put the castle on the gold, which is required for this. It needed to be on this or this. It couldn't be on the front. It should have gone on the back.
If it was a stream hack, I don't think Faneth would have made a fucking barracks. Excuse my language, but God, dude.
You could also tell, like, he didn't realize the situation early. Like, the horse missed it. And then he saw... I mean, he probably knew by the uptime. So he's scouting all over. And he also knows the importance of the stone. He kicked him off it. Of course he's going to look for another stone.
Yep. Faneth up to Castle Age as well. He's gonna. I think KotU have access to Redemption. Someone has the game open. I'm pretty sure they have Redemption.
Yeah, I think
Um,
he's fine.
Faneth,
14
Faneth
Vills.
is he stonewalling right now? I see his stone progressively going down.
He is. You
Yeah.
know what? He knows the damage he's done and that he just has to survive. All he has to do is survive and drag this game. There won't even be petards available if he needs them to break in. Like, he can barely make organ
Man,
guns.
I would have loved to have seen just a meta Arabia game.
I don't hate what neozz did, though, honestly. I think we saw Land Madness. It was incredibly one-sided. So if this goes a little bit better, maybe it works, but I think this just wasn't executed.
Oh, he deleted. Did he just delete all his vills?
Yeah, it's GG.
He's mad. All right, now we're not gonna see him like wall vills into the corner and shit.
He's
right?
deleted, but he also hasn't quit.
Ha.
Gold, please.
Gold, please find me. Okay, this is grieving now. Okay.
What is this language? Does he have like a Russian keyboard or something? What letter is that?
I don't even know.
It's like a U.
A weird looking P/U. PU.
ESJB getting flustered here in the chat. We are with you, ESJB. Singularity pointing out Portuguese are a damn near S tier civ on Arabia, just playing standard. I also kind of wish he had played normal.
Right.
We are going to a game 5 though on Mott and Bailey. That is really hype. I'm gonna mute quickly and go get some water, Spencer.
Yeah, it's game freaking 5 in an insane set. Wins have been traded back and forth. And I think it's gonna be Spanish against Bohemians here. It's gonna be sick. Mott and Bailey for the decider of King of the Underground. Final going to game 5. Has it gone to game 5 every time? I know Lapoche and Lily went to 5. Did Meisel 3-0 it? I don't remember. Actually. I need some water too. I'll update the civs. I think we know what it's going to be. Although it could be Britons. Like Zumpy said, neozz already played Britons here. Maybe it's Britons over Spanish, actually. KotU with the barracks. And he might have expected scouts. So actually, because he went Britons last time, I think neozz does go Britons here. Faneth probably goes Bohemians. I need to take a quick break too. Be right back in like 30 seconds.
I have returned. I assume Spencer has. No, I think Singularity is saying, or Manir Nab. I think he's saying when the archers arrived at the stone, there was no fletching. Yeah. Cool. So
I am back.
Neo's here, probably with a choice. Is he gonna play Britons like he did against Kiddo, or will he go for potentially the really strong unique unit, Spanish? What civ will Faneth go for? I have to lean towards the Bohemians, but you never know.
Yeah, and if it's Bohemians, do you almost go Spanish instead of Britons? I feel like Britons probably wouldn't do that well against them. Like, even if they go their UU, you have Hussites, you eventually have Hufnitsa. Maybe they'd be okay? I don't really know how Bohemians and Britons match up. But Conks could be annoying too. He's got options. Let's see if the game is up. I had to step away for a second also. Game 5 is underway. Mott and Bailey. We got some time on this one. A little bit slow start as always on this map. And I'll get the predictions in. What are the civs? So it is Spanish. He did switch from Britons. I don't think I would go Britons against Bohemians either. I think Hussites could even be problematic. Even though they're nerfed.
Yeah, I like this matchup here. Personally, I think I've never seen a conch hit a Hussite wagon, but I'd imagine it does a bit more damage than a Longvermin would.
Absolutely. I'm getting the prediction in. Who will be the next king of the underground? Faneth or neozz? Wow, there's exactly enough letters to type that plus one letter. You can do 45, it's 44. It's meant to be. I can't bet my points though because I live in Holland. Oh, that's too bad. How's there no betting on fake points?
I thought he was I thought he lived in like Slovakia or something.
Yeah, I guess it's Holland. Carl says all in on neozz. Let's get some big bets out there, guys. If you got some points, spend them up. I've been meaning to make an alt account just to bet because it's fun. See how rich or broke I could get. neozz immediately on stone, so he's thinking conks. He's thinking castle. Maybe even a semi-phosphoro approach here. I spent them all on Rob Mayhem sound. I think the cool voice you talked about was Carl, he says.
No. I don't.
I remember
I don't know whose voice
Singularity.
It was like a higher pitched voice, and it was like an odd accent. It was like an accent you don't hear a lot.
It's Singularity.
Trust me,
it is.
I listen to a lot of these Euros talk, and most of them sound the same. By the way, I just ate a meal that would probably kill a European on contact.
Was it a triple burger bacon?
An apple, but it was probably sprayed with so many pesticides that are banned in Europe. Do I sound the same as the other Euros? No, you sound French, kiddo, which is unfortunate. Alright.
And his name is Rob
Back to
Mayhem.
reality here. Why, I'm just curious what Singularity is preferring. Spanish. I like the Monk potential defense against Conquistadors.
He's asking if there's a Wait, did he only get 1 mil or 1 berry? No, he's got 2.
Oh, that mill is trash. Look at that thing.
In-
Oh, look at the mining camp, too.
You know what? They're both like kind of gapped.
That one's way better than the other one, though.
It really is.
It's like when you play Empire Wars, dude. That's probably the reason nobody plays Empire Wars, is because the fucking buildings are so terrible.
You know what? Don't look at Faneth's gold mine. You know what? He got paid back on the gold mine. Because Faneth's, I mean, neozz is bad, but like, Faneth's isn't even like a tile away. It's 2 tiles away. I don't think any of this calls for like an admin re. It's like,
Yeah, it's just the way the map generates. Whenever you have the game script doing stuff, you're gonna get a little wonky of a generation.
yep. And they both have mills with deer by them. They're taking the deer anyways. Neither one's perfect.
Yeah. Now, what, Spencer? Please tell me, like, did you make this map? Is this like a known tournament map? Like, what the hell am I looking at here?
Hestia actually helped dig a lot of these maps up. And we play tested them. All the creative ones, he actually, shout out to Hestia. I didn't find any of them this time. He suggested all kinds. We played some, we hated some, we loved some. And then we settled for the 7 that are in the tournament. Took the horses out. That's all him that does the scripting and stuff. It's from a tournament named Battlegrounds 3 that he watched and enjoyed. Is that also where, Valley Fort Regicide was played, Hestia, in that tournament, or was that somewhere else? I'm not sure. We only got to see
They are
Valley.
cool maps for sure.
Yeah, we only got to see Valley Fort Regicide once. But this is what I was. Look how bad this gold mine is of Faneth, and they're even taking a further tile of gold. I think they should be taking this one.
Yeah, I think it's about even, like you said.
You know what? He got hurt on the berries. Faneth got hurt on the gold. It neutralized.
Yeah. Important to note here, Faneth not going for a castle. neozz is mining that stone.
Yeah, and
we'll see the Conquistadors.
Conks can get in so easily. This is a paper thin wall, and it's so much to keep out.
Yeah. I assume Faneth's just going to rely on Monk defense, right? Getting Sanctity, getting Fervor, helps the villagers out as well.
Yeah, and he's putting the Market Blacksmith up here. I don't like that. I would have actually liked them in this front section, kind of start preemptively getting some areas walled.
Yeah. My biggest question at the moment is, what do you think neozz does with this castle? Do you think it's in his base? Do you think it's aggressive, getting him through that first layer of palisade wall?
I think because it's conks, you just need to get the unit out. So instead of risking going forward or something crazy, which he could do, I think you just drop it at home.
Yeah, a lot of idle time too, walking across the map.
Yeah, exactly. I think in this situation, you just drop it. You're going to get in, most likely.
Yeah, both players up. Faneth a lot of wood, saving that wood on the blacksmith as well.
I will say this, I'm actually kind of worried about for Faneth here. I think neozz is going to get right into a castle on conks. And what does Faneth have anytime soon?
Right? I won't shut up about them. I think he just goes like 2 monastery monk defense, and I think he's completely fine.
Okay. Well, one thing we know from Faneth, he's probably going to drop 2 TCs. And if it's mangonels, I mean, it is Bohemian monks. I can't believe he's not like mining stone or some kind of safety something. Maybe a few of the lumberjacks. I know he wants his TCs.
Unless you're super lucky and rely on it. I mean, I think he just keeps them near the town center, right? pop in, pop out, do a couple Wololoos, pop back in. I mean, these guys
Yeah.
are 2K2, right? You should be able to do that at that level.
True, I guess TC Monk is sort of the way.
I watch fucking Hera defend against crossbowmen with monks. Doing that nonsense.
Right, and that's why I say it's sort of similar. Like he kind of got some Hera style, obviously different, but loves to boom, defend, survive, and couldn't have asked for a better map in my opinion. But the castle's coming forward.
Oh, monastery.
Wow, it's a forward castle. That makes it a lot harder to deal with.
I think you make the second town center if you're Faneth down at the bottom.
Or
But
do you make the second town center now that you see the castle?
Yeah, it's hard, right? You either make the second town center or the second monastery.
Now, Gates must have a lot of extra vision because the gate, I think, is why he spots the castle.
It's like 6 or 7 tiles. Hey, he's gonna have the walls here. Also, it's also important to note that, like, affording petards, which he's gonna probably... Granted, that castle can shoot the house, but whenever you have to petard through, it's such a hinder on your economy. That's why we usually do see the castles more forward.
Right, and you're already on a tight eco. If you went up quick. There's the monk.
Yeah, it's gonna push that conch away.
I assume we see a siege workshop soon. Now, second monastery, do you go redemption semi-early here? Possibly. I mean,
no, you don't go redemption until you see the
siege unit.
Mangano. He's gonna go for faith or whatever the hell it's called.
Oh,
mini faith, devotion.
Devotion.
Yeah.
You just
Second town center, like that positioning a lot. You're kind of funneling the conchs in.
and the monks, like you said, that's a good thing to think about. The monks have a safe place to pop in over here. As long as it goes, yeah, it'll go up. He's got monks.
Yeah.
Now
That tech's not cheap either. I mean, it's not expensive, but like you definitely don't want to make it, right? If you don't have to. You hope that the guy thinks he can defend with some other unit.
Right, conchs busted in quite fast. The monks are gonna come forward, I think, and push them
See
back.
the micro.
Sanctity's not in yet.
Yeah, he runs. I think he probably could have sniped them both there, to be honest with you.
Possibly.
He's got 4 monks out there already. These 2K2s in the chat can kiss my ass. Hopefully it doesn't... I'm gonna laugh when the conchs just run up and shoot all the monks, but it's working so far, you haters.
And it has to be a bit frustrating for neozz. He invested this castle. Fervor coming in. That's also a bonus to the Bohemian Bills.
Yeah, and it'll allow the monks to get back to the town centers faster. I don't think he squeezed in faith either, did he? Or devotion?
I haven't seen it from neozz. I assume that's kind of the plan behind this monastery. This is tough, and I don't think you mind this situation at all if you're Faneth. He's very good at defending here, as we've seen. Perfect reaction.
He's got some really speedy villagers as well, because he's got wheelbarrow and fervor now.
And this is actually why I would have liked the castle at home. Because what did it really do? I think the element of surprise, maybe he'd expect conchs anyways, but it showed his hand. Immediate 2 monasteries. It gave him time to house wall and just keep it out a bit more.
Yep.
But you
Now
have
Faneth makes that transition on the stone. He's gonna have a castle himself, potentially defend another part of Zico.
Yeah, there needs to be some urgency right now. I agree with what chat's saying. I guess he's waiting for devotion, and he's gonna go for it because these conchs have to do something soon.
Yeah, so many monks though. He's still gonna get some conversions. Like the tech isn't that crazy.
Dude, that is an insane amount of monks. They also hit hard. They don't care that much about sanctity.
Okay, now imagine this. I see neozz is mining another castle, but imagine he just... Or maybe he wants a town center. I don't know. I would like another castle because you're already kind of committed at this point.
Yeah, I don't think you catch up.
Faneth needs the other town center to just kind of keep zoning off areas of his eco, right?
I do like what neozz is doing here. He's hitting the left and the right. He's gonna get in no matter what. The monks. Okay, Faneth is splitting the monks, which is a pain.
Yeah, this is a lot to deal with here.
But here's the conks. Conks are conks. Even if you have monks, he's gonna get onto the stone.
And he's gonna have a castle so soon.
Oh, but he's not looking in the south. This could be
This is what I'm
so bad.
saying.
Oh, devotion
God.
is amazing. Devotion is amazing. Wow. I think there's a lot of conversions there, if not for devotion. You gotta snipe these monks, right?
Gets one. I mean, that's a win, though, right? Like, when the other guys won TC, like, that's a win.
Yep.
Faneth gonna have a castle of his own here,
he
and
needs
he
to
can
be
even
rushing
soak up the
these
damage
monks.
with the unique unit.
Oh, he's gonna juke him. But there's more the other way. These conks are dead.
Yeah,
They're gonna get
this
stolen.
game. I hate to be a buzzkill, but this game is over. Yeah,
Sniped two
whichever
and
one of the
deleted.
whichever one of the casters said the monk defense would work, they were a genius.
Faneth needs stone wall behind palisades. It's still like we saw last game. Faneth was in it like this is over, but I don't see what magically happens this game to where neozz kills him. And the
Yeah, and now you've even got the oh god, oh god, oh god.
he's getting light cab, but he only has one light cab. I guess he has a stable.
He has 13 farms. He's got to make
Could get some
vills,
snipes
conks, and light cap.
Could
Oh,
get some
boy.
snipes here. This is actually, he really closed the gap on those monks. The castle is a saving grace for Faneth, but that's also why he was overextended.
The vill count here is just crazy. Gets 3 conversions or 2.
Another one gonna come in any second.
Pushing those vills off that castle. Those are Spanish builders, though. They will get that castle down.
Spanish castle always goes up.
Faneth needs to get back in that town center there. Or in the castle, excuse me. 72 villagers, man.
Gonna snipe that monk. Conks get in now.
Yeah, but now he can just chase him down with the Hussites. Like,
I almost...
Faneth has played this really, really well.
How do Hussites do against Rams?
Don't know.
Wouldn't hate Rams at this point. Mangonels won't work with the castle.
Tards, Imp for Faneth.
Oh my goodness. Behind all this, he just boomed away. He's gonna get Imp. Faneth is gonna take this, I think. I mean, what? Could be some Rams, some YOLO last minute. But he'll even maybe get a... Okay. Barracks going up.
Faneth also sees it.
Yeah. So you can't really sneak some Rams. I think you don't even sneak them. You just build them and send them right at this.
Yeah, I mean, what would flip this situation is if neozz was the one that was Imp, right?
Right.
And Faneth was like low, all his numbers were close to 0, and he's trying to boom it out. But like, I mean, is he gonna get
Skirms.
Skirm? Yeah, I don't
Skirms.
hate it, right? He has the eco as we go into an ad here.
It's gonna be Skirms, Trebs.
I wonder if neozz just
this
resigns.
this Ram should go forward right now, honestly. Even one can start chipping
Yeah, he
away.
could also make petards though. Oh, he's making arb actually.
Oh, Arb. Interesting.
He's got gold.
Yeah, it's gonna go in
got-
again. This is so annoying to deal with all these monks. I think he's frustrated.
Yeah, a lot of exposed eco though down there. Yeah, Faneth. Probably needs to just go ahead and invest the 100 stone to stonewall off the flanks. Very similar to what neozz did against KotU, right? So that you just know units aren't going to punch through there.
Yeah, and that's what Hestia was saying. Like Stonewall, these little exposed areas, just a few.
Yeah. Block printing coming
Look at this.
in.
He's luring them out. The Rams are coming forward. Block printing is going to be
Oh,
insane.
petards.
And petards. This castle's going to go down immediately. So there is some steam behind this attack.
Yeah, block printing takes a while to come in as well. Damn, we were in an ad for all this. Shit.
Yikes. But this, dude, I swear, neozz always finds a way to, like, get some momentum in these games that seem lost. Castle's going down. Rams are just too good. Rams OP. Treb's gonna go down.
neozz does not have a unit against
So
crossbow.
people say these Rams don't matter that much. That Treb just finished packing. It actually would have had HP to run right there if not for the new Rams. Just pointing that out.
Man, look at that block printing monk just
Oh.
across the map.
It's insane.
It's crazy. I
Man.
still just give the edge to Faneth.
Yeah. 107 to 73. Conks don't work anymore. Block printing.
Block printing. You've got crossbows out. You've got, you know, he still has one town center, which is probably correct here to try to switch into a boom. I don't even think you're a better civ than Bohemians in the late game, right? Like, who is?
Yeah. Bohemians are nasty here. I know he had thought Britons, but I think they would have not been fun against Bohemians either. And who knows? The castle at home might have not worked either. Like, it's a sneakier approach, but if Faneth suspects it, doesn't really work. Ballistics coming in. Arbalest coming in.
Yeah, what was that thing I said? Imp, Arv, RC, stupid looking base.
Got some
neozz doesn't have a stupid looking base. Although he is dropping 2 town centers despite being like, pretty close to Imp. So I don't know what his... He's probably in one of those positions, right, where you don't really know what to do. Yeah, now he's getting like cav armor. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to know, you know, do I stay in Castle Age here? Do I commit to Imp? But like now you're against Arbs, man. Arbs and cannons and monks. I mean, this is a nightmare to deal with.
Yep, he's going to be getting housed if he doesn't build them now. Like, he sort of has map control, but not for long. As the Hussites come out, the Arbs will go forward. And it's Bohemian Halb if Faneth needs it. Which we see Cav coming in. Bohemian, some of the best monks. Does he have the unique tech where they only cost food?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody really gets that, by the way.
Because, like, he doesn't have the
kinda
food to
want
make them, right? Yeah, that's
you
true.
kind of want them to cost gold.
Yeah.
It's a very odd tech.
True. The Rams did a little bit of work, but the cannons are out. And Faneth doesn't even like feel an urgency to kill at this point. It's like, you know what? Let's keep getting our pop-up, getting our techs. There's neozz getting housed. Houses are coming up. You got to try to rat this out, drag it out. If neozz has one thing, it's mobility. But
Yeah, but you don't. It's
problem is Faneth is getting into conks now, Bohemian conks.
Arbs when the other guy is in Castle Age. It's like crossbowmen when the other guy's in Feudal Age, right? It's just like is a cheat code.
He's asking him what his pop is. Yeah, he's got arbs, he's got conks.
It's a final.
It's a final, yeah, he will not tell him.
Finish just be like, I'm all in.
It's just hard to kill Faneth, man. That's like one of his best strengths. He's changed his style over like the last year and a half.
Oh, man, I was gonna make a joke. Rothman said impressive, but it just makes it last 10 minutes longer.
Oh.
Is Rothman's referring to the Ukrainian opposition or neozz here? Who knows?
So like the castle attempt where he took it down. Yeah, it looked good, but yeah, it makes it last about 10 minutes longer. neozz is getting into light cav that really won't do anything here. He's dead. I thought Spencer had
It
to
is
save you.
a slow defeat.
Wait, what did I save? What am I missing in chat right now?
I don't know. I don't think ESJP knows what he's talking about.
I don't know. Faneth gonna put a castle forward, and this death ball is just gonna slowly. Although this is the last. I didn't realize neozz had all this.
Shoot the conks. Yeah. It's not much, dude. I mean, this is like a. I mean, these are imp.
The Bombard's got
units.
great hits on the conks there too. If this was like Imp Army, that was his last little push. GG is called. Faneth taking it. They traded wins and losses throughout the entire set, and then Faneth won the last two. Crazy.
Incredible.
Game 5, well deserved. I mean, they both played super well today. This strat.
Yeah, 3-2, right? You cannot ask for anything better.
Yeah, this strat probably kills a lot of people too. Faneth is just so good at defending. I don't think it was even like not executed that well or nothing. I think it's just tough to kill Faneth. Nothing neozz really did wrong.
10,000 more res collected. Yeah, I don't want to say neozz did anything wrong, but like I think Singularity pointed out, you just need to be a bit more aggressive, right, with the conk play and the castles. As much as I was praising monk defense, you can run in there and shoot the monks.
Yeah, maybe a little too passive when he could have just went snipe, kill. You almost like have to just YOLO it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's pointing out he could have sat on those monasteries. That would have been crazy if he got between the two monasteries. Faneth would have had to like make another one. He would have been kicked off his res. There's no main res at home. You just have farms and wood. So you can definitely get surrounded and camped on this map. So do things slightly differently, maybe, but very well played. Let's interview Faneth. What is up, Faneth?
Yo.
Congratulations, you are king of the underground. That set was amazing, man.
Yeah, it was very close to the end.
Right.
Could have gone either way, I think.
Yeah, and I would have expected you to have like the lamey advantage on the opener on Forest, but he kind of Fanethed you on that map.
Yeah, dude, I got so fucked in the first game. Like I had a plan, but I couldn't really like form it out. And he was so lamey and annoying, and I just sent villages and had to bring them back because otherwise I would lose them.
Yeah, you
got destroyed, Faneth, on that map.
Yeah,
I'm joking. Well played.
The Goths seemed like the way to go on that map too, getting the instant loom. And
yeah, true.
Extra boar meat. I don't know.
I actually, I wanted to play Goths, and then I saw that he picked it, and then I was thinking like, oh, what's gonna counter Goths? But really hard, really difficult.
They fell late in the draft too.
Yeah, true. And also, I had the whole level. So stupid. Because maybe I could have defended after my bad start still.
Oh, the scouts getting in. Yes, it just got worse after that.
Yeah, and then I couldn't defend behind this because there were scouts in my base.
True. Maybe you could have been okay even as bad as Feudal kind of went and Dark Age. Mainly Dark Age.
But credits to neozz, of course. Like, he made my life very annoying.
Faneth, the one game I have a question about is that African Waters game. We thought you had that in the bag after winning all 4 pawns. Talk us through kind of what was going through your head when more Gebettos and more Mangonels started showing up.
all I was thinking was, how do I counter this? And I didn't feel like I had any solution because he threats knights, the mangonels for the crossbow, so I had no clue what to do. Because I felt like I won that already in the early castle age probably, because he was idling a lot and
Do you
yeah,
think
I already
maybe?
killed a lot of villages.
Do you think maybe you greeted a little too much with the 2 extra TCs? Although you did lose.
Yeah,
one.
that's probably the case. That's probably the case.
Well,
Like, if
Faneth,
I-
you're.
If I kept my archer numbers up, because I idle my archery ranges a lot, I think that it would not be a problem. Also made the monastery didn't go for the ballistics. Yeah, it was not well played. But I also thought that I was already winning, so
Yeah, it's
just
literally
play it
one of
out.
those games we thought it was over. You were
Yeah,
at
me too.
60 something vills with the fishing ships when he had like 30. It just looked like
Yeah.
he was dead.
Faneth,
Yeah,
you were
also
having a
good
huge
ones.
lapse in memory here. You should have went for hill forts out of the castle
Oh,
to
that's true.
defend.
Yeah,
That is what the chat was looking for.
it's just a tech we never think of, and that was a situation where it actually would have been really good. I don't even know what the tech cost, but
But how does it do against mangonels? I think
So
it's...
you would at least be able to shoot them, right?
Yeah. But I don't think I stopped them because
Well,
he
you
just
could-
repaired.
but you could shoot the Repairville, right?
Mm, that's true. That's true. Oh, that's... Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
it gives them like 9 range.
Yeah, so there's actually no way to really save them.
Yeah,
Would've
but
been
nobody
crazy.
thinks about hill forts, I think.
I know. I was.
This is
surprised
why
you
you aren't
didn't
2K3 yet, Faneth.
mention-
Yeah, true.
And then
No, I would not never think about that.
So going back to after game 1, we knew you needed a bounce back. Did you just feel like Land Madness was your best map to kill him on to get a win?
Yeah, like game 1 was the worst possibly start I could have gotten, and then I felt like I have to win at least, like the second game.
Yeah.
And then probably Land Madness is the best map to do that. But he was so defensive. I still thought he was up a lot.
Yeah, you had more military than him. You had bloodlines, and you went to castle like a lot quicker. It was actually pretty crazy. Now he was repairing a lot, getting pressured at home. You eventually pulled your spears forward, which I really liked, because you realized he was just defending.
Yeah, I think that was his worst mistake. Just keep spearmen at home and then go attack with your scouts. I think that is always the play.
Yeah, and I think he eventually did that. He's like, wow, he's got like, I don't know if it was 8 spears. You had so many forward, he eventually is like, okay, I need to go hit. But at that point, you like kind of walled it out, dealt with it, and you were up. And the rest is history for that game.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely the bounce back that the viewers wanted to see. Yeah, very impressive stuff, Faneth. It was a pleasure to watch. And that last game, I had faith in the Monk Town Center defense. Everyone in the chat was saying that it would not work against the Conquistadors, so I appreciate you pulling that off for me. You know how much I like to be right.
Yeah,
Yes,
something
that-
called
that I
it.
know.
And you're just incredibly good at defending. We all know that you just can boom and not die and eventually just win behind your style in a lot of these games. Not that you can't just be aggressive too, but I know your comfort zone is like this boomy, turtley, I'm going to kill you eventually kind of style in a lot of games.
Yeah, true. But still, I expected that he picked Britons for this map. Because he did it to Kiddo.
Yeah.
That's why I picked Bohemians.
I think he actually saw your Bohemian pick and he went, okay, I'm going to go Spanish instead because Bohemians against Britons, I don't know about that.
No, probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was.
And also
it
with
was
the castle
plan
up, I
B.
knew, from that point on, I knew I was safe. Like,
Do
unique units against unique units, mine would be way better.
you think the castle at home, let's just say he did that instead and then Conk showed up, would you have been as ready, or did you like double monastery and everything you did in response because you saw the castle?
He could have done that, but I would still have go to monasteries.
Okay, you would have done it anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But he could, like, if he dropped the castle and then just boom, I would be totally ready for nothing. So maybe if he does that, or just garrison his conquistadors to like 20 or something, I will make probably like 5-6 monks and then be surprised anyway.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Like, either sneak it, or even just go full bluff, no castle, boom away. But Bohemians are so nasty late game, so I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, true.
I think you had the better Civ on the final. And you didn't have to play Valley Fort. Probably happy about that.
Oh yeah. I thought for sure he would pick it because I hate it that much. But no, I was very happy to see that he didn't go for it.
Yeah. I was surprised too. Did you feel like it would be this close?
No, actually not. I was not sure because he got a lot of wacky strats and he played the semi-final really good in the first round. So, like I said, like neozz would be the opponent I feared the most because I know I can beat Kiddo, I know I can beat the rest, but
Right.
I don't really know neozz playstyle. So, being 2-1 down, I really feared for it. Like, I really feared to lose.
Yeah, I was like, you were the favorite going into this for sure, and I expected a 3-1 from you, but once he was up, even in game one, I'm like, this is anyone's now. Like, neozz has shown that he's prepared. He's got strats. Faneth is going to have a tough time winning this pretty much, and you even had to win the final 2 games.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and you guys
Well,
were
well done.
You guys were
It's
the
the
two
best set
favorites.
for the. Yeah, it's the best set for the audience at least.
Could not have asked for a better game 5 and a better matchups. Yes, well done. You are the king of the underground. KotU 3. Congratulations, Faneth.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a lot of fun. I'm gonna update the final bracket. You know, me and you were the only two that predicted, and I thought our predictions were the same. So I'm not gonna lie, I actually got them 100% right for once. You picked Clemens over Lucifer. That was the only one you got wrong.
Oh, so you got it 100%?
Yeah, I picked Lucifer over Clems and all the other ones
Oh, that's
too.
nice.
And I picked you to win the final
Damn,
against
really?
neozz. Yep. So, first time there's
Crazy.
been 100% for a prediction, I think. No one else predicted, but still, it feels
Well,
good.
congrats.
Rigged?
Rigged, yeah, rigged.
Oh,
rigged tournament.
no. You guys are on to me. You're on to me. Faneth, they're not supposed to know.
The hell, was that reverse sweep stage? Did you like bribe Dev and fucking RC or something? What the hell?
Zumpy, I thought I put in the caster channel and I was supposed to tell him it's rigged.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna bounce.
All
See you
right,
guys.
man.
Congratulations, Faneth. Pleasure to watch. Pleasure to cast with you, Spencer. See you guys.
Yeah, thanks,
see ya.
Zumpy, as always. Well, congrats, Faneth. You have a second place in a slapdown. You have a King of the Underground under your belt. You know, you're adding some jewelry to the collection, I would say, when it comes to these events.
Yeah, well, finally my first victory at least.
Yeah, awesome, man.
In the underground, yeah.
Right, first, and maybe there will be more. Who knows? But other than that, enjoy this. It was a lot of fun to watch and well deserved, man. You've definitely earned your stripes over the last year and a half, I'd say, when it comes to AoE.
Oh, thanks a lot.
All right, man. I'll see ya.
Yeah, see ya. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, final bracket update. I know you guys have been wondering about a slapdown tournament, and originally, I think about a week ago, I said there would be an announcement at the end. Well, it's not ready yet, so there's no announcement, but it is coming soon. I don't know when yet, but there will be another slapdown tournament coming. Now, this is a little broken. Let me fix it. Bam. Feels good to have 100% on the predictions. Let's go. Procaster. Now, that was sick, though. I would have never predicted that the final went the way it went. And neozz had his chance. He almost won that. And even Carl gave Faneth a run for the money. It's not like this was easy by any means. We can take a look at his journey right now. So, round 1, Carl takes game 1 from Faneth. Faneth has to win 2 games. Round 2, I would say that was the easiest round for Faneth. It wasn't just collapse, like Lucifer played well. Then round 3, he loses game 1, wins game 2, loses game 3, has to win 2 games again. So he's had like 4 must-win games to even be able to pull this off, but well deserved. And another crazy thing, every single set this tournament went to game 3 except for 2. So we had 2 2-0s, but we had game 5, game 3, game 3, game 3, game 3. Can't ask for anything better than that. It seems like this system works. Players with similar elos playing together, and I like the weekend events. And also shout out to all you guys that have participated. Scheduling, you've been really good about getting the games in just like one weekend and throughout the week to make this even happen, because I know that's tough, and I know you have to commit some of your Saturdays and Sundays and maybe even Friday nights and things like that, but it's been a lot of fun, guys. Congratulations to Faneth. I'm gonna get out of here, and stay tuned on the announcements channel. Something will be coming hopefully soon. It's just not ready yet. I don't know when it will be, but I'm not gonna make any announcement until it's fully ready to go. French Kiddo is streaming, and he's playing Meisel. Oh my gosh. We gotta raid him. We gotta raid him. It's Arabia. Yes, soon, Hestia. Very soon. Incoming raid to Kiddo. Let's go. I'll see you guys later. That was freaking awesome.